I was just telling somebody recently that that's one of the things that that sets Snow Story apart from a lot of the other companies, because, like I said, there are other people who are making really excellent verticals. We're not the only ones. But what I am hearing consistently is that we are the sets that people want to be on, and that both the actors and the clients tend to like vastly prefer being on set with us to one of the other companies.
Well, that speaks volumes then.
Yeah. And part of it is we generally we pay. I don't know exactly what other vertical companies are paying their people, but I have heard things, because some of our people are like, oh yeah, I got offered this job on this thing and they were only paying X. And it is vastly lower for everyone except for talent and directors. We pay our directors a little bit less than the other vertical companies, from my understanding, and we pay our actors a little bit less than a lot of the other vertical companies. In both cases, though, they are willing to take that cut because they have a much more pleasant experience.
Because you're raising the overall
They would
experience,
rather work with us than the companies that pay more, because and it's, we can't afford to pay them as much because we're paying our other crew, our department heads and our other crew, a lot more, which allows us to retain much better people who take their job more seriously, who have more experience. So everybody that we're working with really knows how to do their job extremely well, and are really like pleasant people that you like being around. And so we're able, like, we don't operate like a chicken with its head cut off because we're using people who've never done the job before, or people who...
Is that something that you guys are seeing people run into a lot, is that they're just like going with like an inexperienced crew, or the bar is so low in such, you know? I
have not been on... I mean, obviously I own a company that does this. I'm not getting invited onto a lot of other sets, but what I've heard from a lot of the actors that we've worked with, what I've heard from some of our crew or directors who've gone and worked with other companies, is that like it's a chicken with its head cut off, or it's a whole crew full of chickens with all of their heads cut off. That everybody's running around bumping into each other, that like actors are getting hit with cameras, or C stands.
frame's so small, where do we go?
Or C stands are falling on them, or
got to know the right arm rule for a C stand, guys.
Or actors breaking bones, or like because they fall down on doing something that they shouldn't have been allowed to do. And we are to what you were. This is what made me think of this. Is we're effective. The conversation that I was just having, or just had, was about one of our clients talking about how they'd heard that some of these production companies are doing like 14 or even 16-hour days. And I was like, we don't do that. We do 12-hour days, period. Like, and I'm not saying that we don't go into overtime sometimes, we do, but we really take it seriously that we are trying not to do that. We're not, and I've a lot of these companies I know are going into 6 or 7 or 14, I heard about, days in a row without taking a break. We don't do that. We shoot for 5 days and then we take a weekend, and we try to make those weekends happen on Saturday, Sunday, just to make it a little easier. But it depends on the shoot.
Right.
We take our meals on time, and we give people meal penalties if we miss them. Even though, I mean, I guess in California, you know, we still have, like, there are still meal penalties even if you're non-union. I don't know about other states, but we still do it anyway because there's a lot of things about this job that already sucks. The rates suck. Even at our higher rates compared to other verticals, they still suck. The rates suck. But if I'm going to abuse people in X, Y, and Z way, I don't want to also abuse them in A, B, and C way. Like, we try to, you know, treat people fairly and do things the right way. That's safer. That's more pleasant to be around, and we're finding success. And honestly, I think that that's leading to more successful end product as well. One, we're retaining, like, our crews are hard to get on because nobody wants to give up their spots.
The retention's good.
Yeah, our retention, like, the people in LA now, we are promoting people a lot, and I believe in promoting people from within, and I think that helps with retention as well, because people know that, like, if I do a good job, I get to move up. But what was my point about retention? Why was I saying retention? I lost I'm
specific to just how you operate, that you operate at a level to respect others, and then you think the product is returning because of that. And
man, I lost. It'll come back to me in a minute.
Shit.
Well, we're just. Oh, that's what it was. We're creating a better end product, because I think our actors, when they're not worried about getting hit with a camera or a light or what the fuck is going on this set, because everybody's like, oh, I got to get this one, and we're 18 pages behind and whatever. They have more. We have more opportunities to get a few extra takes that maybe another set wouldn't be able to. We have actors who are more comfortable because they can focus on the thing that they're able to focus on. We have directors that are able to think about the scene in front of them instead of trying to put out some other crazy fire, because, like, the cops are here and we don't have a permit, or whatever. Like, we're just a bit better buttoned up than a lot of these other productions. We take safety seriously. We take having a pleasant time on set with people that people want to work with more seriously, and I think that ends up with a better end product. And to my knowledge, like the first party, like the apps themselves, they have their own internal production companies. Those guys have made bigger hits than us, obviously, because they make like 12 times as much as we do. But I think we're the only. I think that of the third-party production companies, we have had by far the biggest hits. We're one of the only probably third-party production companies that has had big hits on the level that some of the first-party have had, and I think that that's because I think that it is directly related to fostering a better on-set experience.